Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Thank you very much for being a time traveler. This is your prediction for January 2026. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, it's okay. It just means that one message is meant for someone else. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. Be sure to check out your other placements. And if you're not sure what your other placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Okay. Tapping into the Aquarius collective now for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aquarius need to know for January 2026? What do they need to know for January 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In the heart of your spread, we have the World card. In the top row, you have the Seven of Swords. You have the King of Cups. And you have the Two of Cups. Flanking the World card is the Four of Wands and the Three of Swords. In the bottom row, you have the Four of Swords. You have the Sun. And you have the Five of Swords. A sneak peek now into February. The Devil, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Obsessed with success. That leaves the Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Obsessed with long-term success in some particular situation, environment, or connection come February. It looks like in January, though, you are navigating an ending. Okay, let's clarify this more here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. For January 2026, we're using the After Tarot deck to clarify different images and meanings in this deck, and we'll go through them as we need to. Okay, for January 2026 for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements, we are clarifying Seven of Swords, King of Cups, Two of Cups, Four of Wands, the World, Three of Swords, Four of Swords, the Sun, and the Five of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Swords is clarified by Knight of Pentacles. King of Cups, clarified by Five of Pentacles. Two of Cups, clarified by Ace of Cups. Four of Wands, clarified by Four of Wands. The World, clarified by the Two of Pentacles. Three of Swords, clarified by the King of Swords. Four of Swords, clarified by the Two of Wands. The Sun, clarified by the Six of Wands. And the Five of Swords, clarified by the High Priestess. Okay. Three of Wands, February. King of Cups, and the Fool. There's a new beginning. And obsessed with it. That leaves the Ace of Swords, shows up in two decks. Eight of Wands, Five of Wands, Ten of Swords. You are creating a plan here in the month of February to close something out. You're not closing it out in February. You are creating the plan to close it out in February. Two of Pentacles to the World card. This is your overall energy for the month of January. A particular chapter, I'm speaking like you, particular chapter in my life needs to close out. And the way I close it out needs to be handled carefully. I need to make sure that I cover all the bases. It needs to be a smooth transition. Because in the After Tarot deck, the Two of Pentacles, the person's no longer juggling or contemplating. They're turning their back on that. They're moving in a new direction. It's like their ship has come in. But every step they take needs to be balanced. So it's almost like I have to cover, I have to cover all areas, all grounds. I have to make sure my I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. There's something here wrapping up. It's a decision you're making. I don't believe like it's something being done to you. This is your choice. But you're saying, as I step away from whomever, whatever this is, I need to do it in a balanced way, delicately, and with some type of plan in place. So if you're, let's say it's work related, I'm deciding that I'm going to walk away from this job, but I need to have a plan in place. I need to have some money in reserves, or I need to find another job. Again, it's definitely walking towards a new ship that is coming in. the new Ace of Cups, the new Ace of Wands, the new Ace of Pentacles, the new Ace of Swords, like whatever this is for you, it's new. But it's like, it's not that you're tiptoeing away from whatever this is. It's just that you need to do it carefully. And you're cognizant of that in the entire month of January. It could be a living situation, a relationship, a work environment. It could even be the way you currently do your business. Like, let's say you're a business owner and you're like, I want to radically transform my business. But I need to make sure I do it carefully, right? I don't want to upset any existing clients. I want to implement something new in a very smooth way. So you're definitely moving towards the new, but you're doing it on your terms and very strategically. Seven of Swords to Knight of Pentacles. Boy, is this strategy. This is either, I don't want to screw this up. Again, want to make sure all my I's are dotted, my T's are crossed. I don't want to do anything underhanded. This is definitely the feeling of I need to create a long-term strategy on how to exit or close this out. King of Cups is your energy. I know you're an air sign and you're here again, but this seems to be whatever it is that you're leaving. I don't feel like you hate it. I don't think you absolutely hate the job. I don't think you absolutely hate the person. I don't think you absolutely hate the living situation. I just think that you're deciding to move on from it because you feel like it's in your best interest to do that. And you want to do that in a very balanced way. Or again, if this is a business for you, you want to modify it in a very balanced way. I think there is some love or respect or admiration for whatever this is. But there's a feeling here of like, but I felt so rejected by it for so long. You know, promised the raises and promotions, nothing changes. I'm giving my all to the business. I'm not seeing it grow. I'm connected to this individual and I just don't feel like, I don't feel the connection like I used to. Again, I don't think you hate the person, place, or thing, but there's a feeling here of, but I also need to rescue myself from it because I no longer want to exist within it or exist with it. Or again, if it's a business model, I don't want it to continue existing this way in the new year. Two of Cups to the Ace of Cups. You have someone here who is helping you. I don't know if this is like, this would be like the new boss. Like, if this is work related, this would be you saying, okay, I have to find another job opportunity. In that respect, I do think that you're meeting another business soulmate, a professional soulmate, who's offering you a new job opportunity. Again, for those of you looking for that. For others of you, if you're like closing out a housing situation, you have a new housing opportunity, but you still have someone helping you with this, helping you buy it, helping you acquire it, helping you move. It's possible for some of you, you're leaving one relationship for another. I have to keep it real. In that respect, I think you're engaging with the new connection while you're simultaneously closing out the existing connection. Whatever's happening here, the old and the new are happening simultaneously. Four of Wands to the Four of Wands. It's like I'm existing in the old while building the new. I'm at the new job, or I'm at the current job while I'm looking for the new job. I'm in the current living situation while I'm, moving into the new living situation or looking for the new living situation. I'm in one relationship while I'm starting to establish a new relationship. It's not an official close to the old. I don't see it for most of you being an official close because the Fool card comes in February into March. So this just seems to be, and I think that's why you're so careful here. It's almost like you're not moving away from the past until the new is confirmed or established or something within reach or something that's tangible. It would be like you drastically changing your business model and saying, but I'm not going to debut it to the world for another month or two because I want a seamless transition. So whatever you're moving on from and moving towards, you're doing it in a very seamless way. Three of Swords to the King of Swords. This is your energy. This is Aquarian energy. And again, I feel like there is some disappointment or heartbreak or remorse about departing from whomever, whatever this is. I don't get the feeling that you absolutely hate this entity. Whatever situation, environment, or connection there is here. There is a feeling of loss that you have to move on from it. But again, it's a choice you're making to move on from it. Your energy is closing this out. Four of Swords to the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, you're moving forward now. It's planning. It's not fully moving forward. See what I mean? It's like the Three of Wands doesn't come till February into March. So I just get this feeling that you're just planning here, but you have someone by your side. In the After Tarot deck, there's someone here next to you. So whoever that Two of Cups is, the friend, the family member, the lover, the new boss, they're by your side. So you have secured the new job before you give the existing job your notice or something like that. Or, like I said, for some of you, maybe you're living in one situation, you're moving towards another, but you're waiting for the closing or something like that of your current house. Or you're leaving one connection for another. The Sun to the Six of Wands. You're feeling good about this. There's heartbreak or there's remorse that you have to leave behind, whomever, whatever this is. But at the same time, you're quite excited for the new. Five of Swords to the High Priestess. There is still some worry here that you hope you're doing the right thing. But whatever fears, doubts, or insecurities you have, you seem to be keeping them to yourself. You're not letting the current job know, or the new job know, or the current living situation know, you know what I mean? Or the new living situation. You're not letting the existing lover know, or the new lover. You're not letting anyone know here. You do have some reservations. You hope you're making the right decision here, even though you're excited for the new. You're a bit nervous about leaving behind whomever, whatever this is, because it was very familiar. You're also acknowledging to yourself that it abandoned you, or you abandoned yourself in some way by holding on to it for as long as you did. When we look into February, you seem to be obsessed. You're closing off Capricorn season there in the Devil card, obsessed with having the clarity now and wanting to move forward towards the new opportunity. You're excited here about starting the new relationship, the new job, moving into the new place. Again, whatever this is for you. Remember, you showed up here as the King of Cups. This is you, like you're dumping out the old. We go from the Two of Wands, the planning, to the Three of Wands, now really moving forward, right? Astrologically, this is Sun in Aries. So you're taking, did I say that correctly? Yeah, Sun in Aries. You're now taking the initiative to move forward. And we see you in that King of Cups officially pouring out whatever it was that at some point in time you were holding on to. And there is your new beginning. And we have the Ace of Swords here twice for you. And the Eight of Wands moving quickly. We had the same thing here, was the Eight of Wands. So I just see you moving here very quickly towards officially ending whatever this former chapter here in your life has been. I want to clarify a couple of things for you before we look. I'd like to give you a sneak peek into February. I've been doing that for some of the signs, not all, but some. But let's take a look at that Two of Cups, because you do have someone else here. And again, it could just be you're moving and this is your child helping you move, you know, or you're going through a separation. This could be your friend, a friend by your side. But you do have someone here helping you with this. Tell me about that Two of Cups. Tell me more about the Two of Cups here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. You have the Empress, you have the Ace of Wands, and you have the King of Pentacles. For some of you, it's the new job. That is the new job offer. In career and finance, that very well could be the boss, the corporate entity. It could be a new living situation. You're birthing a new living situation. Definitely could be the new job. This is without a doubt representing the new. But it's not just representing the new. It's representing who is helping you here with this. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Taurus and Libra there in the Empress, but truth be told, when the Emperor or Empress is on the table, so are all four queens and all four kings. But you seem to be excited about this new connection, whatever that Ace of Wands is for you. You're excited by it. You're motivated. Tell me about that Ace of Cups, that new... Oh, let me use the other deck for that. Sorry about that. Clarify the Ace of Cups here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Ace of Cups is clarified by the Four of Cups. I hate to say dumping out the old for the new, but that's kind of what you're doing here. Six of Pentacles, And the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. You feel like it's time. Page of Cups, again, the Page of Cups is holding the Ace of Cups. You're accepting the new. You're walking away from the past. And again, it's just like the past did not appreciate you or did not pay you adequately, or you felt breadcrumbed by it. Again, I don't think you fully hate whomever or whatever this is, but you seem here to have a desire to move towards the new, and you have at least one person here supporting you in that journey or in that effort. Three of Swords. Tell me about the Three of Swords here. Tell me about the Three of Swords here. Tell me about the Three of Swords here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Some of you are making long-term plans with someone else to move, like to relocate far. You're existing in your current situation, environment, connection, but you're making plans with someone else to move. You're just not telling anyone about it. Three of Swords is clarified by Seven of Cups, the Hermit, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so the Three of Swords, again, it's that feeling of, I don't really dislike whomever this is, but I've gone within and I've decided that I want the new job, the new living situation, etc., the new relationship, the new opportunity, the new business model. Like, I don't hate my existing business, but I want to change things up. So, yeah, I don't feel like you totally hate whomever, whatever this is. There is a little parting with sweet sorrow here, but there's a lot of excitement about moving towards the new. Tell me about the King of Swords. This is your energy here, whether you're masculine or feminine. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Swords is clarified by Four of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, two Ace of Pentacles, and the World card. Yeah. You are Hangman at the bottom of the deck, but you've had all your enlightenment. You've made your decision. You are determined after a lot of contemplation, a lot of soul searching, a lot of going back and forth within yourself, that the right, fair, and just thing to do is to leave behind whomever, whatever this is, and to start your life over again, or to have a new chapter here in your life, independent and separate from whomever or whatever this is. Or again, you're going to redo your business model. Maybe you're taking it online. Maybe right now you're a brick and mortar and you're deciding to go online with that World card. Could be like World Wide Web. Sorry about that, Aquarius. I just had a coughing fit. Again, you don't necessarily hate your brick and mortar, but you're looking at the changing times and saying, I can consolidate a lot of debt, work from home, and reach a broader audience. So again, whomever, whatever it is you're leaving, I don't really feel like you completely hate it. You just know that it's time to move on from it. Tell me about these doubts, fears, and insecurities here, and the Five of Swords. It's kind of like, oh, I hope I'm doing the right thing. But I don't think you're telling anyone about it. You're not telling anyone how worried you are about this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Swords is clarified by Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. There's a feeling here of, I hope that I'm not like trading one devil for another. Because again, whatever that was, it was like, but it's the devil I know, right? The job, the situation, the person, whatever. This seems to be, I really hope that I can build something here, that my happiness, or I will find happiness here. I really hope that it doesn't go back to being breadcrumbed, because that's what I left before, was the Six of Pentacles. So if I'm leaving one job for another, I hope it doesn't end up being as bad as the last job. Or I'm leaving one situation for another, I hope it's not as bad as the last one. You know, I'm leaving one relationship for another, I hope it doesn't end up, you know, as bad as the last one. Anything else I want to clarify here? I don't think so. I'll look into February for you, but as for January, I don't think there's anything else. Tell me about the World card. Tell me about the World card. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Moon. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely, I've thought about this for a long time. The new is exciting. Even though you have some fears, doubts, and reservations, I also think you're not officially telling everyone that you're closing this out or changing it up. It's like, not until it's official. The Moon, you're going to keep it a little hidden for now. Two of Pentacles, one more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Pentacles, clarified by Strength. King of Pentacles shows itself again, and the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords, which we had there. Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords, Six of Swords. It's like you're running away like a thief in the night. I don't think you're doing it all in one night. That's not what I mean. But you're not letting anyone know that you're now investing in the new or moving towards the new. You're excited about it. You're passionate about it. But you're holding yourself back from telling the world about it just yet. Okay, let's clarify February for you a little bit. We'll leave the February cards on the table. So congratulations. It looks like you are doing something differently, or I should say moving in a new direction. Not telling many people about it. You have one person here, at least one person, who is aware of it, who's assisting you. It's like you have one foot in the old world now, officially, and one foot in the new. This is happening. We don't actually see the actual forward movement until we get into February, maybe even March. But this is closing out for most of you. And again, it's your choice to do this. So for February, we had the Devil, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the King of Cups, which is dumping out the old. I hate to say it like that. And the Fool card, moving towards the new. I mean, if you're relocating, you're in the new place in February. That's what it looks like to me. If this is a relationship, you're fully invested in the new. It's like, I hope I'm doing the right thing. If it's a job, you're in the new job in February. You're definitely moving towards the new. Okay. Clarify the Devil, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. This is like obsessed with long-term success now. Seeing it very clearly, your path, the direction you're going in. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Wands. There's your victory, your success, the Moon, and the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Wands. As excited as you are about the new in February, you're still not telling everyone how bad you feel that you had to leave behind that person, place, or thing. That Three of Swords that we originally saw under the King of Swords, which is your energy, and now it's hidden by the Moon. So you're not fully 100% recovered or over the fact that you had to move on from that situation, environment, or connection. You're just keeping it to yourself. Ten of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Again, you're accepting the new offer, but you're keeping to yourself the pain, the pain or the trauma or the feeling of loss that you have about, leaving this other person. For some of you, you're entering a new relationship in January, but you're just not fully healed yet from a past connection. Clarify that. Three of Wands, King of Cups, and the Fool. Yeah, if you're a single Aquarius, you're meeting someone new in January. You're going to take it slow, and then by February, you're fully entering the relationship with them. You're just not telling them that you're, I don't want to say you're not fully over the past person, but there's a part of you that is still healing from the trauma caused by, losing that past person. But you're still moving towards the new. Tell me about the Three of Wands, King of Cups, and the Fool. One more shuffle here. Thank you. This is clarified by Queen of Wands, the Emperor, and the Tower. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. There's your new. There's the new job, the new living situation. You're full steam ahead in February towards it. Give me one card on that Tower. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Swords. The past is officially done for most of you. In February, there's no looking back. Ace of Wands, that's the truth. The past is the past. The business model, the living situation, the relationship, it's like it's officially done and over with in February. Wow. Okay. The new. I wanted to get a couple cards for the new person or the person, for those of you where it's a love relationship and we see you moving towards, moving forward with this individual. Whether you currently know them at this time or not, tell me about the new. If this is a love reading for Aquarius, tell me about the new. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Hermit. And we have the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords, Judgment, and the Five of Wands. There's a feeling here. First of all, you see this person as your equal, King to the Queen of Swords, vice versa. You see this as your equal, but moving forward with this person is difficult for you, but you're not telling them that. You have a lot of fear that a cycle here is going to repeat. In February, you're preparing for the worst, you're hoping for the best. You're excited about the new, but there's also a part of you that's scared that you could be repeating something from the past. Same type of relationship or relationship pattern or same type of, something like that. Again, for those of you where that is a romantic partner. Anything else? If this is a romantic partner, you do see this person intellectually as your equal. Anything else for my Aquarians where this is a love reading? Anything else they need to know about February with this new individual? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Death card, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Seven of Pentacles. See, this is processing the ending of one, something you were holding on to. We see the Four of Pentacles here being met by the Grim Reaper, so to speak, right? Scorpionic energy there. But you keep that to yourself as you're planting this new seed here with this new person. It's like the new relationship comes in, and I think you like this person. I think you're happy with this person. I think there's some level of respect or maybe even some love there that's starting to blossom and bloom, but you're still closing out. You're literally transforming from one connection into another. There's not a lot of space between the closing of one connection and another. So I just see you taking it slow here in that page energy. But you do see this person as your equal. Let's get you some oracle cards, and then we will close it out with kippers. It's possible for you, if there is no third-party thing going on, it's possible for you that you're going to try again with your current person. But you seem to be very nervous about a past cycle repeating. So yeah, if you're looking for reconciliation, it very well could be that too. And that's if you have no one else in the picture, Yeah, that's very possible. But there's still a lot of nervousness about a past cycle repeating. Let's get 3 oracle cards here for Aquarius. Thank you. 2 more for Aquarius. 1 more. Thank you. Yep. Definitely has to do with partnerships. You got the partnership card. You're doing the work. I think honestly doing the work is going to come more into play in February, because this is where we see you really investing in the new. And then you have visualize abundance in all forms. Hold a steady vision for what it is that you want. Despite the hardship of leaving behind whomever or whatever this is, this seems to be telling you to focus on the new, on this new partnership, professional, platonic, or romantic. Okay. 3 oracle cards here, please, for Aquarius. Thank you. 2 more. Thank you. You have experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. Yeah, I think you understand why this situation, environment, or connection in the past was in your life. You're also understanding why you need to move on from it. And then you have divine alchemy. Move beyond your current challenges and focus on what you desire. And that's what I was saying here for you. Focus on the vision of the new. Yeah, focus on what it is that you desire. I see you doing that a little bit more in February. Again, I don't know why I'm getting this like parting with such sweet sorrow feeling for you. I don't think you really wanted to move on from whomever, whatever this is. And if you're trying it again with this person, you just seem to be really nervous that you don't want a past pattern or cycle to repeat. Let's get 6 cards here. 2, 2, and 2 for Aquarius, 2 for that top row, 2 for the middle, and 2 for the end. You have distant horizons, kind of came out on the side. So you're on a new path here. Occupation. For some of you, you're changing your job or you're leaving one job. Bottom of the deck. Again, we've got that courtship, that partnership card. For others of you, if you are leaving a living situation for another, it could take you 3 to 6 months until you're fully acclimated, you know, at the new job or the new living situation. For others of you, if you're leaving one relationship for another, it might take 3 to 6 months to fully disengage from one and to enter the new one. And I don't know why that is. Maybe you have resources entangled with that past person. Maybe there's a divorce here happening. I don't know. But it looks like it'll take at least, I want to say at least 3 to 6 months, because it came out on its side, for you to fully transition into the new relationship. Only for those of you where you're leaving one for the other. If there is no other relationship you're leaving, you're a single Aquarius, you're watching this, you're meeting a new person, it's going to probably take you about 3 to 6 months until you feel fully comfortable in the relationship. Again, because of whatever past trauma you're still kind of processing and healing. 2 cards here, please. Journey. Yeah, the new path is here, and I think you're taking it. Journey and wealthy man. Wealthy man, wealthy woman. I just think you're taking charge here. You could be moving towards a wealthy man, wealthy woman as well. That card came out on its side. Need one more card here. Thank you. You have thoughts in the reverse, and this card came out on the side, house and home. Yeah, there's something here. This is going to sound so mean. I think you feel bad about whomever or whatever you're leaving behind, but once you do, it's like you don't really give it much of a second thought. It wasn't that structured or stable to begin with. It wasn't a dependable job. It wasn't a living situation that you could maintain long term. It wasn't a relationship that was going to go the distance. If it was steady and it was consistent and you were able to manage it and you were able to maintain it and it was everything that you wanted, we wouldn't be having this reading. We would be having an entirely different reading. So there is something here of you're not giving any thought to leaving behind whomever or whatever this is, because you're recognizing it wasn't as structured or stable, as dependable as you maybe originally wanted it to be. Or maybe it once was and then no longer was. But once you start moving on from it, there's heartache here or loss that you're going to process and grieve through, but you won't be thinking much about that situation, environment, or connection. You seem to be more excited about the new. Like you might miss your old living situation, but you're going to be really excited to fix up your new place. That's the kind of feeling here. You're sad that you're leaving this person behind, but you're really excited to get to know the new person. And same thing if it's work related. You might miss that job or maybe 1 or 2 of the people you worked with, but you're really liking the new place. You have false person, you have bad health, and you have message. This is whatever, whomever it is that you're leaving behind. I think you're telling them very little. I think you're telling them very little. Anything else? Let's get 2 Kipper cards here for the new. For the new that Aquarius is moving towards. Whomever or whatever it is you're leaving behind, it's like they're on a need-to-know basis. 2 cards here for the new for February. Marriage. It's a new soul contract. Yes, very well could lead to marriage for some of you. But it's a new soul connection. One more card here for February. Privileged lady, privileged man. Yeah, I think you're moving towards someone, again, situation, environment, or connection that you feel is more aligned or more attuned to who you are today. And if this is work related, it's the same thing. You don't necessarily hate your job or hate your business, or I shouldn't say if it's job. If it's business related because you're a business owner, you don't necessarily hate your business, but you're implementing some new changes here so you can, your hope is you can become more financially prosperous in the future. I do think you have someone here though that you're collaborating with or working with. And again, whether that's a friend, family member, or lover, if you're a business owner, you definitely have someone here by your side who's helping you modify or transition or change or expand the business. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Lots of messages there. At the heart of it, you appear to be making the decision here in January to officially close out something in your life with some sweet sorrow. at the same time being very excited about moving towards the new. That is what I have for you, my love. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you can. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.